This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Season's greetings to you all. I'm Shashina Wool. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news this evening, there is good news for electricity consumers tonight. Officials at the Grand Bahama Power Company say they are looking at ways to reduce the cost of power and improve reliability throughout the island. Sabrina Brown has our top story.
The Grand Bahama Power Company supplies over 18,000 residential, commercial, and industrial customers on the island. The cost of electricity remains a bone of contention for many consumers, and the power company's recent application to the Grand Bahama Port Authority for a rate adjustment added fuel to the fire. In an interview with ZNS News, Managing Director Paul Miller explains that the request to the regulator is a part of a regulatory framework established back in 2012 when the new generation plant was constructed.
It has a direct requirement where Grand Bahama Power has to submit every 3 years a rate document, rate submission, that reflects any changes to their current rate structure. So we're currently in the end of the first 3-year period, which has carried us from 2013 to 15. And on January 1st, 2016, the new rate period would come into play until the end of December 2018.
Miller says if the application is approved, the majority of electricity consumers on the island will benefit.
What we know for certain is that between 90 and 95% of all of our customers, and that's regardless of whether you're residential, commercial, large, industrial, are going to see their power bills decrease. So that is a fact.
He says about 5 to 10% of customers who use 1,500 kilowatt hours or more monthly may see a slight increase. Miller adds that this regulatory framework was put in place to ensure customers get quality service.
It has requirements laid out whereby, so as an example, if a street light has to be repaired, what is the time that street light has to be repaired in? And if we don't, or unable to make those commitments, there are penalties that we actually have to pay back upon to the customer.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Sabrina. In other news, the Commonwealth Union of Hotel Services and Allied Workers continuing the lobby on behalf of the workers at the Grand Lucine Resort. Union officials claim that the workers at that hotel property are owed a substantial sum of money totaling some $3 million. The matter was taken to court earlier this year and a ruling was handed down in favor of the union. But union officials say the matter continues to drag on. President of the Trade Union Congress, Obie Ferguson, says if not resolved soon, strike action could be imminent.
I don't see no other way. I tried to go through the normal procedure, but that don't seem to be working. We must have a position. Our position must be, we must be unified. And you can't have people, when you decide to call a strike, you can't have them staying home or staying on a job. You got to do what you have to do. Imagine if Sir Randall Fox didn't do what he did, you would have no Labor Day.
Now, Ferguson is also taking issue with the way hotel workers are being paid.
You're supposed to be paid triple time for Labor Day, they're paying you double time. See? Imagine me working in a hotel for the last how many years, you work in a public holiday, they give you double time. That's what they pay you. But they're supposed to pay you triple time. One day, if you stay home, you get paid. And if you work, you're paid double time for working, not for staying home. So that's free pay. If you look at the public service regulation, government public service regulation says triple time.
Now, we were unable to reach hotel officials for a response to the union's claims. Switching gears now, police are looking for this Abaco man. He is accused of shop breaking and stealing. 29-year-old Luxo Demise of the Mud in Marsh Harbor is about 6 feet 2 inches tall, 160 pounds, with low haircut and dark brown complexion. Police say he is armed and extremely dangerous. If you can help officers locate Luxo Demise, you should contact police in Abaco at 367-2560, 367-3437, 911, or 919. Also in news this evening, there is a global campaign underway to eliminate violence against women. Here on Grand Bahama, a series of seminars will be held and has commenced targeting various sectors of society. On Monday, students from various high schools attended the first session. Megan Shepard was there.
High school students getting a wake-up call at a seminar aimed at raising awareness on domestic violence and teen dating abuse. Consultant to the Pan Am Development Foundation, Charo Morley says the seminar will be held throughout the islands for the entire week. She says she believes the message is resonating with the students.
I think we had over 30 students from area high schools in Freeport, and the two main speakers were facilitators with the Pan American Development Foundation, accredited facilitators. They led the seminar today across various topics, and it was very interactive so that students could role play and share what they think teen dating violence and domestic violence is all about.
Facilitator Sergeant Kendrick Brown touching on a number of issues, including warning signs and the importance of speaking out.
We talk about the physical, emotional, sexual, and those things, giving them an idea as to what they are, and also the help, where they go to get help if they find themselves in these particular relationships.
Brown says statistics are particularly high in the region.
The Bahamas and the Caribbean has the highest level of domestic violence, unfortunately. But fortunately for that, that is because compared to the world, we have a higher reporting rate. So what it means that persons who are being abused are reporting the matters to the police, and it's being recorded and put before the court.
Senator Tanisha Tynes joining in on the seminar. She says this discussion is very timely and hopes this is just the beginning of an awareness campaign for the youth.
I think for the most part, young people take it for granted that if they go and ask for help, that they won't be listened to. But too many things have been happening in our country and locally that we need to say no. Zero tolerance to domestic violence.
If you know someone who is involved in an abusive relationship, you should contact the relevant authorities or an individual you can trust. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us, there's more news right after this.